So, a little birdie told me you were trying to level up your Instagram game. Well, you clicked on the right video. Oh my god! That tastes like key lime pie! That is good. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ashley, and today I am going to be sharing with you guys all of my tips and tricks on how to level up your Instagram. So I have my phone right here in my hand. I'm going to screen record my screen so that way you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at on my phone. And let's just get started. So, screen recording has commenced. I'm going to show you guys step by step what apps I like to use, personally my favorites. So this is basically my screen. I have a bunch of different apps. As you can tell, I use a lot, but there are a few that I like to use more than others. So for example, Facetune, I feel like I don't really need to explain that app. Everybody knows about it, but if you don't know about Facetune, basically it allows you to kind of like clean up your pictures, make small edits. One thing I am going to say about Facetune is I have seen way too many people do this way too often. Please do not change the way you look. Love yourself for who you are. Facetune, personally, I just use it to, you know, like I said, clean stuff up, make sure that my pictures are looking nice and crispy clean. I've even edited people out of my background with this app. The next app that I have is UNUM. Okay, this app I 110% recommend everybody download it. I'm gonna open it up right now so you guys can see what it is. So, UNUM is basically an app that allows you to organize your Instagram, which I think is so helpful. If you're really into your feed and the aesthetic of your feed, you need this app because it allows you to actually see what your feed currently looks like. Also, upload pictures that you have that you haven't posted yet, stuff like that. And see what your feed is going to look like in the future. You're able to like move around pictures. You're able to like actually plan ahead. Oh my god, it helps so much. So if you have like a certain color that you don't want on top of another color on your feed, you're able to like figure that out. So UNUM, 100% recommend. PicsArt is next. PicsArt, oh my god, I came across this app a few years ago, so I'm pretty much used to it. So basically with PicsArt, what you're able to do is you're able to create really cool, like, edited pictures. This is not an app that I personally use to, like, put filters on my pictures, but if I'm trying to go for, like, a more artsy vibe, then PicsArt is the way to go. You're able to do so much with it. Okay, so I downloaded this random selfie just to show you guys how I would edit on PicsArt. Basically, I personally like to use the stickers on this app. I feel like it's so cool. As you can tell, there's a lot of different stickers, but if you look something up, there are options. I took a cool, like, star background. It's not very, like, in your face, which I like. It's just nice and simple, but, like, cute at the same time. So what I do is I make it big enough to cover the whole picture, and then afterwards, I go onto the little erase tool at the top, and I click on background. So it'll be able to read your face, and then it'll make that the background. So as you see, so easy. It literally gets rid of it. And as you can tell, it still has a little bit of it on my face. So what I just do is I go in with the eraser, and I make sure I erase it all off. And then it leaves the stars as the background, which is super cool. And there's so many different options on how you can edit here. So like, for example, this is just like a random thing that I found. You can take this, you can make it go like up here, and you can add it to like the top of your picture, whatever you want. It depends on like the vibe you're going for, but you have to play around with it because there's a lot of options, there's a lot of different stuff you can do. And definitely look into downloading this app because I feel like the possibilities are endless on this app. So chef's kiss, 100% get it. Next app I'm going to be talking about is this app called Filmm. Another super cool app that I highly recommend. You can download pictures and videos onto this, and it allows you to create like these really cool like vintage looking posts. So I'm gonna download a story that I literally took just this morning, me in my robe with my makeup done, feeling all cute or whatever. It allows you to pick the format, so you could do like 9x16, 4x5. Then you move on to the next, and if you click on the little thing on the bottom, it gives you options for like what type of vintage feel you're going for. So it has a film, there's an instant, classic. I love the classic. I feel like the classic is very my style. I feel like it's so cute. It reminds me of like the 1960s, 50s, around there. But there's also light leaks. Like, I just love it. I'm not even a huge fan of the whole light leak thing, but I feel like this app makes it work. This app makes it look so cute. It's not necessarily an app that I use often. I don't use it like every single day for like my posts, but when I'm like trying to do something different or I'm like, like what should I do for this specific post? Like I want it to have like a different feel. I definitely go into this app and play around with it to see if I can figure something out. Next app is Lightroom. I used to use it all the time for editing my pictures, or more so like editing the lighting of my pictures, but now I don't use it necessarily too much, and I'll show you guys why later on in this video. But if you're interested in getting more into like really editing like the lighting, the colors that are all taking part in your picture, then definitely try out Lightroom. It's not too hard to use, and you're also able to make presets. So if you're trying to like have a certain vibe for your feed and you want everything to have cohesion, then you can create presets on this app for yourself. On my skirt, there's a little strip of pink, but it's picking up as red. So if I didn't want there to be so much red in my skirt, all you have to do is bring it down and it literally turns the pink part gray. And then if you do the complete opposite, it makes the pink in my skirt so bright. So you're able to play around with colors, and I find that to be absolutely marvelous. Marvelous. It's so helpful. And yeah, that's Lightroom. Moving on. Guys, now this is where it starts to get good, because these are the apps, these following apps that I'm going to show you are the apps that I swear by. One of them was UNUM. I feel like everyone should definitely have UNUM on their phone. Next is Colourtone, which is the one I'm going to talk about right now. And third is Prequel. You'll see why I'm saying these when I show you what I'm talking about. Colourtone, glory to God, is one of the best apps I have ever come across in regards to filters. If you are trying to level up your Instagram and have a really cool like aesthetic feeling vibe with really good filters, you need to download Colourtone right now. Pause this video if you need to, download this app. Filters on here are unmatched. Like, I have not found another app that has such good filters like this one. So I'm gonna show you a picture that I haven't posted on my Instagram just yet, but that I was able to edit with only using Colourtone. So this was the before of the picture, and this is after. So I really like my feet to have some color, but I don't want it to be too in your face. Before, the blue was a little too blue and bright for me. I wasn't necessarily liking it, and I also wanted it to have a more vintage feel. I take the Cootie filter. Cootie. Why did they name the filter that? Okay, I took the Cootie filter, and I didn't do it all the way, but I did it like pretty high for the most part. Here is the good part. You know what I just showed you on Lightroom, how you're able to like maneuver like the different colors and all that stuff? Well, this app has it too. So we have red, orange, yellow, basically the rainbow. If I wanted my lips to look a little bit more red, all I'd have to do is bump up the saturation. And for the opposite, if I didn't want them to look so red, I'd bring down the saturation a little bit. Guys, no editing app that I have that's free and that has such good filters has this, which is why I'm so shook. Like, I just love this app. They also have free light leaks, and there's a lot of options. I don't necessarily use these because they're not necessarily my style, but I do have friends that love light leaks in their pictures. So if you're interested in that, like, there's so many options. This is something I personally love because I love when my pictures look vintage, when they look like, you know, straight out of like a magazine from like the 1960s or whatever. And this app has so many options for different like grainy effects. It's just amazing. Like, wow, I can't believe, I don't know who made this app, but I want to personally say thank you. Truly, you did that. You did that 100%, and I don't know how to thank you, but I'm thanking you right now. Next app is another one of my favorites. I feel like more people are coming onto this app because they're giving a lot of ads for it on TikTok. I'm on TikTok all the time, and they've been advertising for this app. It's called Prequel. This app is just divine plus 99. Wow. I took the same picture from the last app that I showed you. Isn't necessarily my favorite for putting filters, but it is my favorite for adding cool effects to my pictures. If you go into effects, there are a plethora, big word, of different options for editing your picture. One that's been really popular right now is the bling with like the cool pink undertone effect. I used this for one of my pictures that I recently posted. I'll put it right here. I had so many questions asking, how'd you edit that picture? And I told them, but I was like, yo, like, it'd be actually pretty cool to film a video where I'm like talking about like how I edit my pictures. Look at how cool this looks. I'm so shook. I love it. This is pretty cool. If you want to do a video, it allows you to do different effects before the video that are like really easy. You just have to click on it and it'll add it for you. So that's Prequel. I really recommend it. Okay, so the next app I'm going to be talking about is Snapseed. I used to use this app a lot, but lately I haven't really been using it too much. I don't know why. Maybe I have to get back onto it, but you know, whatever. So this brush tool I used to use all the time actually to kind of like play around with the background if I wanted a specific background to look a certain way. If you go into the bottom, as you can see, there's a little tab down there and it says dodge and burn, exposure, temperature, and saturation. Let's say, for example, I wanted the background to be even more brighter. I can take the exposure, bring it up, and then paint over just that one area and make the background brighter. Obviously, you need to be very careful and very specific with where you do it because you don't want to do it like on your face or whatever like that, but it's helpful. But yeah, that's what I used to use this app for. Quickshot is the last app that I'm going to be talking to you guys today about. This app, it's fire for one reason and one reason only in my opinion, but this one reason is actually amazing. I'm gonna take this picture from my Mexico trip and I'm going to try to change the sky or the background in this. As you can see, there's a lot of different options. I'm gonna click on sky. I feel like the sky in this picture is already really pretty, but there are so many different options. So if I want like a really pretty pink sky, I can do that. That one is really pretty. Ooh, so is that one. I feel like that one goes the vibe really well. You could kind of play around with it, make it softer, make it darker. I personally like it when the horizon's a little bit softer like that. I feel like it looks more natural. Then you could play around with the shift. You could shift it around. Ambient, that kind of like helps you play around with like making it look a little bit more natural. We have details and then how opaque you want it. And that's how I like to use this specific app. Only reason I downloaded this app was for the sky because I feel like no other app has that feature. You could probably play around in PicsArt to get that feature if you don't want to download the whole Quickshot app, but Quickshot makes it so easy because you don't have to like cut any heads out, you don't have to like make anything perfect, you just do it right there on the spot. Whoa, I'm getting a FaceTime. Damn it, hold up. Is this still screen recording? It stopped screen recording! Bro! I'm gonna kill her! I'm gonna kill you! Me? Because I'm making a YouTube video and it stopped screen recording my screen!
Listen, I was making my protein shake, right? And the so I just had to pour this into a container, and I'm mashing my smoothie with a plantain masher.
What? That is the most ghetto thing.
Ghetto.
Alright, technical difficulties, but we're back. I received 2 different phone calls from 2 different people. So, you know, the life of Ashley is a little hectic. For the most part, those are all the apps I use to edit. To summarize, UNUM, Colourtone, and Prequel, I highly recommend everyone download. Those are my personal favorites, but I highly recommend the other ones as well. If you guys want to see a more in-depth video of me editing a certain picture or a certain style, please let me know and I'll definitely try to upload that for you as well. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give this a big thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and comment down below which app you guys thought was the coolest or which one you downloaded. I'd love to know. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you all, and I'll see you guys next week.